Ladies and gentlemen, I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to the channel. Now, in today's video, we are going to have a look at the FOCH 155 after it has been changed. Now, we've already had a look at the FOCH, the Tier 9 FOCH, and we've already spoke about how awful the change was that Wargaming gave to it, losing all that DPM for no reason. Now, Wargaming have also changed the FOCH 155. I don't think they've changed it dramatically, but they have changed it. So it still has the autoloader. You can still decide whether you want to use the autoloader or the single shotgun. Now, the autoloader sits at around 3000 DPM, and the single shotgun sits around 3100 DPM. So 200 DPM difference, which is not massive. It's not massive at all for a autoloader compared to a single shot. That really is nothing in that. Yeah, that's not bad whatsoever, having only 200 DPM difference. So, of course, the armor is very, very troll on the tank at 180 on your front. But what have Wargaming removed, or what have they changed? So, the magazine reload. The magazine reload is now 16.8 seconds. This used to be around 14 seconds around. So the magazine reload has increased by around 3 seconds. Why have they done that? Why have they increased the magazine reload? Well, because they have decreased the shell reload, which is now sitting at 3.75 seconds. And it used to be around 7 seconds. So basically, over the time, it does around about the same DPM than it was. But this time, you do more damage in a short amount of time, and then you reload for a lot longer. Where before, you would shoot 7 seconds, shoot again, and then your magazine reload was quite low. So they've just swapped it around. They've literally just swapped it around. So overall, you're doing the same amount of DPM, but you're doing it in quicker, like succession. So that's mainly the thing that they have changed with this tank. So the penetration 280 on your AP, 370 on your heat, which is very, very nice. Personally, I don't run it with calibrated shells because I think 370 is enough pen. You can run it with calibrated shells and get around about 400 pen if you really want, but I mean, 370 is enough to get through just about anything. So you have now a 500 alpha gun, which is what has been changed. So they have decreased it a little bit. What was it, 40? I think they've decreased it by something like that. So yeah, well, it is what it is. They have decreased it a little bit. HE, they 620, heat 480. Now yes, so on the single shotgun, they have increased the HE. So you could do over 800 damage per HE shot. So they have changed that. Wargaming didn't change that originally when they had open test, but they decided to change it midway through. It needed something. So the single shotgun has an 800 alpha round if you wanted to run it with a single shotgun. Now again, both guns are equally as good. I mean, 3,100 DPM for the single shotgun, which is a good amount of DPM for a tank destroyer, or you can run it with the auto loader gun. It is totally up to you. Now, I personally prefer to run it with the auto loading gun. Again, that's just my preference. Usually when we have tanks like this where you can decide whether you run it with a single shot or the auto loader, I normally run it with a single shot because most of the time the single shot does have better DPM. Now, I like DPM, but again, it all depends on the tank itself. DPM doesn't always matter, which is what we're going to see in the upcoming videos if they haven't been released yet, where I look at the highest DPM tanks for each tier. DPM isn't always everything. Now, the reason I run it with the auto loader, because doing 500 damage or doing 500 plus damage in a shot and then 3.8 seconds into doing another 500 damage, if you can, of course, get that shot out, is very, very nice. So you're doing, what, 1,000 damage in 3.8 seconds. So very, very nice. The 16.8 seconds, yes, that is a high amount of reload, but if you look at that compared to the other auto loaders in its tier, it's not too bad. You know, 16.8 seconds isn't too bad at all. You do have the speed as well. You have the troll armor that you can get some bounces. Now, for me, we've already had a look at the Object 263, which was also known as the YOLO wagon. Personally, I think this is the new YOLO wagon. So you can YOLO, and you can wiggle, and you can get those bounces on the front of this plate. Now, those two blind shots against that E4, that was actually, they both penned. So I've done about 1,000 damage. We've left him on a one shot. Like, if we would have just average rolled, then we would have killed him. But I believe we, I think we low rolled one of them, which was not good at all. Now, no idea why I even attempted to take that shot. No idea at all. So as you can see there, just 57 HP left. Now, of course, I have been sat at the back of the map because I have had some targets, not much, but it is one of those maps that you can sit at the back of the map. And then later on, with the FOCH, you can do that. Then later on in the game, you can use the speed. I mean, look how quickly we've managed to get to this IS-7. 540, 3.8 seconds later, we are again going to shoot him, and we are going to get the kill. Just about get the kill. Someone shot him just before us, and we only done 69 damage. Hey, that's what I wanted to do. I was waiting for someone to actually shoot them, and so I can do the 69 damage. That is exactly what I was waiting for. If you don't believe me, then that is a you problem, because that is what happened. So now we're going to watch my good friend Duck on Blitz, featured in a video last week. So if you haven't subscribed to him, do go subscribe to him. Duck on Blitz. He's going to play it with the single shotgun. Now, as I've said, both of these guns are equally as good. You could either have 1,000 damage in 3.8 seconds, but then wait 16 seconds, or you could do 600 damage in 11 seconds, and then if you have the option to, or if you have the opportunity to get the HE shot out, then you could do upwards of 800 damage, which is very, very nice, if you're able to get that alpha off. Now, that was a nice touch from Wargaming. I mean, to be honest, I don't think that they needed to up the HE damage on the tank. Hey, goodbye T100. Nice knowing you. Back to the garage. Very, very nice ammo rack. Very nice ammo rack indeed. It's always a pleasure, you know, to do an ammo rack. You feel satisfied. An ammo rack is satisfying. Now, I haven't actually ammo racked someone for a very long time. I'm due an ammo rack. I really am. Hey, number 2. Look at that. 2 ammo racks, 2 shots. GG, both back to the garage. That is an easy 4,000 damage for our guy here, Duck on Blitz. Very, very easy. Yeah. So well played. Well played. 3 shots, 3 kills. Trash game, says the 60 TP. But yeah, back to the basics. So both guns are equally as good. If you want DPM, then of course go for this gun, the single shotgun. If you want to do a high amount of damage in a very short amount of time, then do go for the auto loader. Now, I can't even say I prefer the autoloader, but it doesn't mean the autoloader is better. Of course, the autoloader, when Wargaming added it to the game, it was extremely, extremely strong. And this guy is on a roll. This guy really is on a roll. 4.7k damage. That's about all he's going to, unfortunately, do. So he's bullied these guys. And again, look at the speed. Wait until the later on in the game, and then you can push forward. Use that mobility, but you just have to be careful that you don't get flanked, because you don't have any armor whatsoever when you are side on. But let me know your thoughts. What gun do you like better, the single shotgun or the auto loader gun? Both, again, are equally as good as each other in certain ways, but what one do you prefer? Again, I prefer the auto loader, but that doesn't mean it is the better gun. Let me know in the comments below. For now, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm meadsyreplays, and I'll catch you all very soon. Bye-bye.
with